Hi teachers! Today we're going to learn how to make a Schoolnet assessment. You know your standards, but why bother with a Schoolnet assessment? We need to make a Schoolnet because it gives you good data. It also assesses standards mastery and prepares your students for standardized testing that they'll see at the end of the school year. You may be thinking, that sounds great, but oh no, where do I start? Let me help you. So the first step is going to be to sign into your IAM account and click on Schoolnet. Once you're there, you'll click Assessment Admin, Create and Monitor. That's going to be at the top of your screen. Next, you'll click Create a Test manually. There are other options you can play around with here, but this is where we're going to start today. Once you're there, you're going to enter a test name. Don't worry, it'll be saved, but it will be good to enter something that you would remember later. Then you'll use the drop-down to select the subject area and grade level. After that, you'll enter in how many questions you want in your preferred standards document. And finally, you'll select your test category. Your best option here is to select shared classroom assessments. That way, it's super easy to share with your teammates later. The next step is super easy. You're going to go down and click Generate Test, and then select Use Items from Bank. If you want, you can create new items yourself and click Author New Items, but there's some great questions already in the question banks. Once you've gone there, you're going to want to click Select Banks. There's a few different question banks to choose from, but the ones that I've shown in green are the ones that I would choose for an ELA assessment. The one above that, the Math Sets Bank, is a good one to choose if you're creating a math test. All of those that start with NCDPI are released questions from previous check-ins. The next steps are to click the checkbox next to Find and Group Items by Passage. You don't have to do it this way, but this is going to make sure that you're getting all of the questions for one passage put together so that your students have multiple questions with one passage rather than having to read one passage for one question. Then you're going to select your standards. When you go to select your standards, you're going to just want to select the standards that you're going to assess. That's how it's going to populate the question bank later. Once you're there, you're going to scroll down and choose which items you want to be on your test. You can preview all of the passages and then check off any of the questions you want to add. Then you'll click Add to Test. And finally, you'll scroll down to the bottom and click Save. Alright, just a few more clicks. Now we're going to click Return to Test Details. Then you're going to go down, and if you have students who have text-to-speech or you want them to use that feature, you'll click Generate Text-to-Speech. And finally, when you're finished editing your test, you'll click Finalize. Once your test is finished generating, it'll pop up in your notifications at the top right-hand corner of your screen. If you click the little bell, there's an option that says click here to go to the test. Once you select that, it'll take you to your test page. It'll remind you of your online passcode that your students will need to get into the test. Everything about your assessment, including how it scores, is down below. You can get back to this page anytime from your assessment homepage. And that's it. You did it. You created a Schoolnet assessment. It may seem like a lot the first time, but you've got one down. So don't worry if you don't get it the first time. It seems like a lot, but the more you do it, the better you get at it. You can always go back and pause and re-watch parts of this video if you need help. And if you need additional support, feel free to reach out to me, your early literacy specialist, or any of your instructional coaches with questions. We'll be more than happy to come help you. If you made it this far in the video, that means you did it. Great job. You made your first Schoolnet assessment. Feel free to reach out with any questions or thoughts about Schoolnet or anything else. We're here to help.